Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are currently doing copious amounts of cocaine.
I wish. I just got nerds.
Yeah, Fred is eating nerds. So this is the this isn't actually the collection. The collection's on here, Fred, believe it or not. These are some of my older Virtual Console purchases. Actually, there are a couple recent ones. I bought Zaxxon, which is actually made by some of the developers that worked at Donkey Kong, and it's a early isometric 3D shooter. And really, there's nothing of note on here. I mean, these are all great games and all, but these can be easily played on any other Virtual Console and so forth, except for Smash Bros. It's weird. On the Wii U, there is a Virtual Console, but they didn't add Smash Bros. For N64, which is like a huge omission in my opinion. So, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's let's experience some insanity, shall we? Now, some of these purchases are older ones, so I'll guide you through what's new and what's old. So these are all kind of older purchases: Metroid, City Connection, Donkey Kong Country. These are games that I just bought throughout the life of the Wii. And they're all great games. Some of them are better than others. F-Zero X, I mean, just a fantastic game. So these aren't really the insane purchases.
I mean, how much did you spend on all of this
together? Okay. More than $200. I mean, I've probably on Virtual Console I've spent. I don't even want to think about how much I've spent, Fred. So
you're already thinking about it.
These once again.
Reflect on it, Raymond. You blew a shit ton.
I did. These are once again these 6 games here: Pokemon Snap, Tetris Party, Zelda, Majora's Mask, Kirby 64, Mario Party.
Some of these games.
I already own some of these games, but here's where it starts. I bought Chrono Trigger. This is the only. Besides the actual SNES release, this is the only unmolested version of Chrono Trigger. Now, there is a really good remake for Nintendo DS, but every re-release on PS4 and Xbox One, they ruin the interface. They put a modern, iOS interface over Chrono Trigger, and it looks fucked up, and it's a disgrace. So this was definitely a needed purchase, because at some point I'm going to play through this motherfucker once I get a capture card. This is Princess Tomato. This is a RPG game released for the NES. These are all really either quirky games that are hard to find or games that are only been released in Japan. So it's a vegetable RPG game. If you kind of like the
vegetable RPG.
Yes, it is.
You mean literal vegetables?
Yes.
Not as in cripples, right? Now, let me just correct you for 1 second. A tomato is a goddamn fruit, Raymond.
Well, listen.
A tomato is a fucking fruit. How dare? How dare you mischaracterize this beautiful, beautiful fruit of a princess?
But there's eggplants, there's broccoli. Okay.
Shit lord. How dare?
This is
cis scum.
Fred, if you keep on, I'm going to take a bucket of tomatoes and dump them over you. Hot tomatoes. Have you ever had hot Italian marinara sauce dumped on your face?
Nah, but on my loins? Yeah, that's a different story.
So here's...
Don't eat pasta at my house, especially not with marinara.
Pulse Man. Now, Game Freak, if you're familiar with that company, is the producers, creators, so forth of the Pokemon series. But what if I told you before Pokemon was released, they developed a fucking side-scrolling action game?
A fucking side-scrolling
action game? For the Sega Genesis.
I thought this was going to be a kid-friendly game, right? You never told me.
And just imagine, though, being someone from our current political climate, where we have SJWs and the alt-right, and put yourself back in the 1990s before Pokemon came out. This is massive to me that Game Freak made a Genesis game, and it's a really good one, and it was exclusive to Japan, and basically this is the only legal means of playing Pulse Man. Now, Bubble Bobble Plus, this is a 3D remake of the original Bubble Bobble for NES. Now, I do think Bubble Bobble Plus was released on the Xbox 360, but actually, believe it or not, Fred, this might actually make you sad. Microsoft discontinued the Indies thing on 360, so you can no longer... Yeah. And
is it still there, or...?
I think you can still re-download games, but I don't think you can purchase them anymore. This is the problem with digital, guys.
All those soft softcore bootleg anime game.
Well, let me say this. This isn't the problem with digital in theory, because if Nintendo and these companies didn't make it so you had to keep rebuying the same digital games and then removing games, we wouldn't have this problem. But this is sad, because games like Pulse Man, there's really no other way to play it other than downloading a ROM illegally online, which, you know, I'm not against ROMs. I'm just saying, if you want like a legitimate way of playing it, there's not a lot of outlets, so that's why people have to fucking download ROMs. Now here's Mr. Dwilla. Mr. Dwilla.
Just to stop you for a sec, you think since Microsoft shut down their indie portion of their store, you think people are actually gonna like put those bootlegged like softcore like puzzler like anime babe games up on the internet, and they're gonna be like worth $100 on like an SD card or a flash drive?
Well, no. As soon as like the files get on the internet, they become worthless. But let's say I was the only person in the world to download Pulse Man on the Wii. Since I'd have the Wii file, it probably would be, I guess, worth some kind of money. But if someone had the Genesis game, they could just download a ROM. The problem is though. Now, if you want to legitimately experience the game, you have to go and spend like $300 on eBay to buy Pulse Man physically.
Yeah, but you just ripped apart my joke about somebody paying hundreds of dollars for a terrible game that literally is just not even just softcore titillation of a random, badly drawn anime person.
No, that's actually something that I could see happening, Fred. I actually do see the.
I mean, people spend like at least $20 to get these visual novels that I may or may not have. Let's continue, actually.
Fred, are you saying that you buy smut?
Who the fuck doesn't?
That's a good question. So,
I mean, people who like free porn, I guess.
Yeah, but free porn is
doesn't have a plot.
There you go.
That's my loose excuse.
Now, Maboshi's Arcade. This is a Nintendo-developed WiiWare game. So some of these games are virtual console games, but like Bubble Bobble Plus, Mr. Dwilla, and have you ever played the Mr. Dwilla games, Fred?
Why is it Mr. Driller W?
The W stands for women, Fred. They're gonna.
It's a progressive game.
Yes, it is. So Maboshi's Arcade. This is a Nintendo-developed. It's kind of like, I don't know. It's really interesting. I can't even describe it, but basically there's a circle game, a stick game, and a square game, and you can play multiplayer. And we're probably gonna play this, and Fred's gonna question the fabric of reality. Now here we go to our.
It's just a circle, stick, and a square.
You'll see.
Oh god.
Muscle March. Oh.
What?
This game is so fucked up. Have you ever seen this? Have you ever seen Muscle March, Fred?
It sounds familiar.
It is that game. It is. You're gonna love that game. I didn't want to describe it, but once we play it, you'll.
I'm actually kind of intrigued by Alien Crush now. What the hell is that?
That is a pinball game.
Oh, of course you get the fucking Pokemon Rancher game.
Yes,
Is that just like Monster Rancher with fucking Pokemon? Is that what that is?
It's basically just like it's a bad Tamagotchi 3D version of Pokemon.
So it literally is Monster Rancher with Pokemon.
I just had to buy it though because you can import your.
You know what Monster Rancher is, right?
I have not played that series.
Oh my god, it's actually pretty neat. I'm trying to remember who did a video on it, but basically it was this game where you basically like you get like random. It was kind of like Pokemon in a way, and Tamagotchi. You get like a monster, and then you raise it up, and you send it on like pageants and battles and stuff like that. And one of the like things was it was a PS2 game. One of the things was you could like go into a mode which you take the disc out, pop in any form of like CD media you can think of, and it would like spin and read the disc, and then you'd put the game back in and it'd give you a monster from the disc.
Why didn't I know about this, Fred?
Because you suck.
Yeah, but you've never had maple syrup, okay? So first of all...
It's fuck. You never knew what instant mashed potatoes were.
Maple syrup!
Instant mash. That's more common.
Maple syrup is a staple in New York. I'm gonna have someone from
Instant mash is a staple for poor people. Oh wait, you're not poor.
So is heroin, Fred.
Heroin's actually expensive.
Well, that's why you become poor from all the...
It's not like I do heroin.
I never said you did heroin in particular.
I mean, how else do you think I lost all the weight? I might have. Who knows?
Game Blather does not condone the use of heroin.
Pot, maybe. If you're in Colorado,
Yeah,
don't
where
tell
it's-
cops, you fucking narcs.
So here is Tomina Sanda. Now this game here, basically you just hit an A button and watch things happen. Excite Bike World Rally. This game here.
You could take Oompa.
Oh, wait till you play this fucker. This game here
You're
is
teasing me all this time with all these games. You're like, wait until you play this. And I'm
Do
like,
Re Mi Fantasy, Adventure Island 2, Super Fantasy Zone, Arizona,
That's what I call my masturbation time.
Jet Rocket. This is actually a platforming
That's what I
WiiWare
call my
game.
dick.
And then Bust a Move Plus,
Busting nut is what I do.
Cubella. This is an art style game, Kirby's Avalanche, which is not intrinsically rare. It's just that I wanted to have it. Super Air Zonk, Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles My Life as a King. It's actually a city building game. Space Invaders Get Even, WarioWare DIY, which you can port your SD or DS games, not SD games. I don't know if there's a system called SD.
DSSD.
This game here, this is actually a Sunsoft platformer, Sim Earth: The Living Planet. This was actually taken down a few years ago, but I managed to get it in time because I guess EA is a bunch of dickbags. Yoshi's Story.
Yes, EA is a bunch of dickbags.
Well, I would no, they are a bunch of dickbags, but I guess
You like giving them the benefit of the doubt.
no. I guess they're a bunch of dickbags in this context. They're a bunch of dickbags than usual, but I guess the rationale for taking it down is that they're a bunch of dickbags. Fred, I'm gonna buy you a bunch of dickbags for Christmas.
a bunch of little like plastic cock wrappers.
Castlevania, I believe this is Rondo of Blood. It's a TurboGrafx 16 game. When Fred hears the soundtrack to this, he is going to be smashing his dick against the wall. Ironclad, this is a bullet hell shooter. Oh my god, it is fucking amazing. I just played a little bit of it, and it is amazing. And this is Ninja Jaja Maru Kun. Now this game here, this is one of those games you just got to see. And then this is actually a game I bought way back in the day, Defend Your Castle. And then just because I wanted people to draw Fred on here, I bought a fucking shitty paint game. And it looks like a loaded jizz just landed on the Wii stream. So Fred, I think I'm gonna have you start out with something, and I think I am going to have you start out with this game here.
Okay. So
Now, would you like to use the SNES controller?
give me what you think you want me to play with.
Where is the SNES controller?
That's good. That's a good question.
The one that the wireless one.
Is this one?
Yes.
Okay.
See, look at that technology, Fred.
Woo! So it's just hit a button and it's on.
It should be, in theory. Hit A. Yes. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen,
Is that a baby?
it might be. It might be.
It might be. Okay.
By the way,
Is this like Super Mario World with baby? Is it Super Mario World with baby? Oh shit. Why is it's so floaty? Wait, you can't. You can't jump on the pigs. So, oh god, I'm gonna hate this.
I'm not gonna tell you what to do. Would you like to read the manual,
Oh
Fred?
Christ! What? What? What?
You gotta hit B and down.
What the hell is this, Ray? Why? Why is it so floaty? What the hell? I hit the. I promise you, lovely viewers, I hit the A button there. Why do I have 3 hearts this time?
Because the game knows that you suck.
Fucking pigeon cock ass. Go like pig. Ah! Ah! There's a delay when you jump. It's weird. Why? Well,
sorry.
Oh, okay. Fuck you. Oh, I can't break this? I want to break it. Oh. There's fall damage? Oh, come on! Oh, come now! Okay, what the fuck is this game, Raymond? You want to give some backstory on this baby jumping game?
You know, some things are better left unsaid, to be quite honest.
Better left on. I'm gonna give one more crack at this and then. Okay, let's move on to the next game. Fuck.
You can use your rattle, you know.
Oh, I can actually hit things?
Yeah.
What the fuck? What? Why? This is, oh, okay, whatever. Fuck. What? Eh. Ah! What is this marvelous curse of a game?
This is gonna be lost to time. Don't you want?
That's the worst part about like this game being lost to time. Like, yeah, well,
Don't you want your children to experience this game?
Okay. Like how you tell me at the last. Okay. Alright. I see.
Well, part of the excitement is watching someone die, you know.
I can't even tell what I'm supposed to be landing on.
I-
No.
Are you saying it's one of these games?
Oh, what? You can hurt yourself! Oh, what the fuck is that? Is that what's-her-face from Mario 2? Oh,
Yeah,
God.
Bird. This is Birdo
It's
before.
fucking Birdo.
You gotta use that green platform over to your left, and you can actually land. Oh, you can do that. Yeah.
Oh, what? Okay. I see. Oh, shit. Oh, fucking. Really? Okay, I see. Is it gonna start me at the boss or is it gonna start me at the beginning? Okay. I see you, game. Fuck off, Bird. I'm pissed now. Bump you. This fucking fever dream of goddamn. Oh, alright, now run.
You give a little.
I like how giddy this fucking child is. I just like how happy. Probably just excited at my misery. Oh! That is just crap. Aha. Smart. You know.
Freshly squeezed.
Baby. Where
Where are the parents? Is a good question.
are the parents? I don't know. They dropped their kid off in fucking diabetes land. That's why. That's why the kid looks so fucking fat when it starts to run. Or maybe it's just Danny DeVito. I don't know.
I mean, Danny.
Oh! I hate this. I don't even know what happened. God, you Nope. Ugh. Goddamn bullshit right there.
Oh god. Oh.
Really?
No.
Really? Okay. This game kind of busted a little bit. Oh, what? I hit it from the left and it flew to the right. I'm done.
You want me to try?
Oh yeah, you can go ahead and kick my ass somehow.
I don't know.
I don't know either. What? Okay, yeah. Fucking, that's...
Yeah, the controls are really squishy, aren't they?
It's not just it's like extremely floaty, and like when you're trying to knock something off in a specific direction, it just doesn't go. Or I don't even know what that bird is. It looks like some sort of blue jay, but it's black. yeah, try and kill this fucking Birdo's fat father. It looks like that thing has a goatee. I know that's probably just a shadow.
Oh yeah, you're right. You can't hit that fucker.
Yeah, you literally, like, what I think is, like, you literally have to float up to the top and, like, land on the cake and then quickly knock the hopping line with
Oh, this is fucking nuts.
See? It's busted.
What
it's
is
so broken.
video game history, folks?
I'm not Darkside Phil and playing this up for laughs. No, this game is literally just... What the fuck? Spit out a baby?
I didn't turn the milk! Oh my god!
You turn the baby in the milk and you just fucking eat it. I think if you, like, fucking ricochet it off the walls, if you hit it at an angle, you might be able to hit the pig that way. I was trying to float up to the top and hit it. There you go. Poor pig. Look at his eyes. It's just like my lifeless existence is just be this scary fucking piggy bank.
What?
Fuck you, Ray. You wear that senpai hat. Okay, fairies.
That's...
Look how indifferent the baby looks. He's just like,
oh my god!
the baby's sad!
They just...
They kidnapped him. Now he's happy. What?
What? What?
Okay, now I'm kind of glad you beat that level, because now we get to look at this.
This kid is going to die of fucking obesity.
You've already seen how fat he is when he gets up and runs his little chubby happy ass across the goddamn cake-filled land. All the murder of Birdo's fat father.
This game's better than Contra.
What are those? Are those supposed to be like moles?
I don't know. I wouldn't want to eat where these fucking animals are crawling around. It might be a little bit insane.
Like they're wearing weird helmets though. Or is that its eye? No, it's not its eyes. Unless it has one big scary demon eye. Jesus game. I'm still suffering from a hangover from yesterday, so I don't even know what the hell is going on.
What did you have to drink, friend?
Lots of Michelob and a couple of mics. And then 2 Jaeger bombs because my sister's husband wanted to go out to a bar and play darts.
Were any darts thrown at you, Fred?
No. I mean, like, why would they be?
Fred, you could be a human dartboard. What?
Remind me not to go to a bar and play darts with you.
Well, it depends on how drunk I am before I would,
So you're willing to assault me with spiky plastic or metal objects?
Wait, that was easy.
This motherfucker already beat level 2.
Yeah, but I lost a bunch of health.
Yeah, but you're still on the last life that I gave to you, so yeah, well eat shit. Okay.
You gave me life.
Oh. I regret it. Oh, now we're back to Skyland with the graham crackers and the candy.
So this is basically like it's ripping off the format of Mario, where it has like
I mean, not exactly, but like, I guess it's ripping off the candy level and the fact that you can jump.
Oh god.
The controls are as if you're some sort of flying squirrel.
Hold on, folks. This game's giving me diabetes. Ugh. Ugh.